Hello everybody, Garrett here. The lighting may be a little bit weird because the sun has just peeked over the tree line this morning. It is a fine late October morning and we are out here with the Rossi R92. Just going to do a little bit of target practice, get a chance to shoot before deer season comes, and you can't breathe in this valley when deer season comes without making somebody mad. So we're out here right now, just a couple days before season. We're going to get a few shots in, get a little practice. A couple of you guys seen me shoot this on 11 Bang Bang with black powder loads the other day, and I'm just out here. Like I said, this is not a high quality crazy video where we're going to do an in-depth review or anything like that. It's just I'm going to be out here shooting the old Rossi R92. Now this one is a 44 Magnum. It is the octagon stainless steel. It's 24-inch barrel, holds 12 in the tube and 1 in the chamber, so plenty of firepower. And today I'm going to be shooting my skeeter loads through it, which, to be quite honest, they're cheated a little bit because they're not actually Keith bullets. They're just a flat nose round bullet, 240 grain, and I cheated it up just a hair, so it's a little hotter than most skeeter loads because it's doing 1,000 feet per second out of a 3-inch barrel. And I've never chronoed it out of this, and I still don't have my chronograph back yet, but my guess would be they're doing about 1,200 feet per second or better out of this barrel. I really need to chrono them and see what's going to happen. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to load them up. And we will see how quick we can run this thing and see if we have any issues running these cartridges at speed. There's one. We didn't quite. Well, we got it out. We just didn't get it all the way back in. And we're having a few issues running too fast with this particular overall length. But if I was running slow, it seems like they're working fine. That's why you got to get out here and test these things out. Now, could have just been a little oil in that bolt that was a little cold. It is about 40 degrees right now. We're going to run it with dedication now. I'll step out here where you can see me. I'm going to shoot one right there. It's like a big 22. Yeah, right there. They're a little short overall length, I think, for this gun. There we go. Might just be a wrong combination. I've never had that issue before with store-bought 44 Special or 44 Magnum out of this gun. Remember, it is designed to shoot 44 Magnum. Sometimes changing cartridge length in a lever action can give it a few issues. But overall, I wouldn't be worried about this to go deer hunting with, especially with those 40-50 yard shots I was just making. This gun kind of special. You'll notice it didn't come up the other day though in my guns to go the distance with, mostly because it's a Rossi R92 patterned after the Winchester Model 92. It's got that stupid safety on it, and you could delete the safety. There's a lot of things, but bear in mind I've owned this gun I bought this gun new in 2007. This was actually my first lever gun, and I've had a lot of them since then. But when I bought it, it was just specifically, I was a 44 Magnum shooter. I just got my first handgun as a Super Blackhawk of 44 Magnum stainless steel, and I went ahead and got this to be its partner, and really they went together really, really well. As a matter of fact, I bought 20 rounds of ammunition off the shelf. I think in 2007 it cost me 10 bucks for 20 rounds. Wasn't any big deal when I bought the gun. I took it out, I shot one round at a target with a bullseye drawn at it at 75 yards and hit that round right in the middle of the bullseye. And I should have done more testing with it, but it was November of 2007, and I think I was with Ethan and my dad, and Ethan was really young, but we just took off walking in the woods. We were just spot stalking back then. That was how I preferred to hunt. I never really cared for the sitting in the stand and waiting for them, but took off spot stalking that very afternoon right after I bought this through the woods. I was in deep timber. I remember that much because this was my brush gun. You know, I had my big 44 Magnum on my hip. I had a hot loaded 44 Magnum rifle in my arm, and the biggest doe I had ever seen out there, about 75, 80 yards. And I swear this doe's shoulders would have been at my nose. Just huge doe. And so I sat down, I took the shot, second shot I had ever taken with this rifle. I laid out on that doe, shot her right through both shoulders, went down. I was all excited to run up there and realized I'd shot a yearling that was standing on a grassed-in terrace. Still good eating. It was a yearling doe, but she was standing on a grassed-in terrace and she looked huge. But anyway, long story short, I got my first deer with this gun, second round I'd ever fired on the day I bought it. And after that, I've called in coyotes and shot coyotes at right around 100 yards with it. And it's gone a lot of places with me. I've sold it and bought it back a couple times. But it's, right now it's actually Caleb's. I sold it to him a few years ago, and I know he won't sell it. So that's another reason it's not going the distance. It's not mine. I sold it to him. It's one of those guns I sold to him, then I borrowed back and never have given back to him. So anyway, but the thing is, I really fell in love with 44 special loads with it, especially the store-bought ones I was using that weren't giving me any hiccups like these have been, just a little bit. And it's like shooting a giant 22, and out of a long barrel, it's giving you ballistics that are better than, if not the same, especially when I was just using these skeeter loads. These are better ballistics than I think the 4440 would have got out of it originally. Right at there, about a 240 grain bullet, probably doing 1,200 feet per second out of this gun. And so, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I've had a couple 4440 Winchester lever actions. I've never chronographed them, so yeah, I really don't know. But I think this would be a good replication of what an original 92 would have shot like using these skeeter loads. Now, the only difference being, of course, I'm using a powder-coated bullet and everything. The only difference being, I might have to play with that overall length just a little bit to get these to feed 100% correct. Because I haven't had much trouble with it. Nothing I couldn't stall within a couple of seconds there, but, you know. Let's see, I shot all my hedge apples. Dead tree out there a little ways. Actually, I got a piece of hedge apple down there at 15. Dead hedge apple. Should have put a tarp down so I would know exactly where all these brass is going. Did I load one there, or was that at that time? Empty. Actually, I made those two rounds touch at about 50 yards down there on the old dead tree stump. But anyway, so that's kind of the story I have on this old Rossi R92. You know, I mean, I really love the gun. Like I said, it's been around a long time. How long ago was 2017? That was 2024. Yeah, you can do the math. 3 years off of 20. 17 years. Been one of my favorite guns. In 44 mag, it's just a slayer, you know, of anything in my woods. I wouldn't be afraid to take black bear with it, but and not a grizzly bear gun, I don't think. I wouldn't hunt one actively with it in 44 mag. You could probably defend yourself pretty good with it in 44 mag from a bear, but for anything in my woods, be it antelope, elk, even if you load those light 44 specials, those 200 grainers, I found out over the years, this is an excellent squirrel rifle. You get a cowboy load, 200 grain, 44 special, going about 1,000 feet per second out of this barrel. It's a little much, but it's just so accurate. It's a laser beam, and hasn't given me a whole lot of trouble in that regard. The other thing is, this stainless steel, now I don't have my old Super Hawk, but it does pair very nicely with this GP100 double action in the same caliber, 44 special. So it's not bad. Very well paired up. Anyway, guys, that's about all I got for today. Sun's just creeping over the hill. Beautiful fall morning. Deer hunters are going to be coming in here in the next day or two, so I got to get out of here. And I won't be filming a whole lot of shooting until they're gone in about December. So it's a, like I said, Rossi R92. Nothing in-depth review here, no target shooting, no fancy chronographing or anything. Had a few issues, but overall still one of my favorite guns, especially with store-bought ammunition, 44 mag especially, that just feeds like crazy out of this and doesn't give me any issues whatsoever. This was just a test load with some of my new hand loads. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see y'all soon. Bye.